Hey, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about my robot. If you don't know what that is, stick around because I'm going to show you how to take your game from the range to the course. So there's no better feeling knowing that when you wake up in the morning to go play golf, so that you're going to play well. There's no better feeling of hitting good golf shots down the fairway. So my mission today is to help as many people as possible wake up every day feeling good that they're going to go out there and play great because of the single plane swing. Hey, look, I hear it all the time. People say, I can't get my game from the range where they practice. They warm up, they start hitting it pretty good. They come to the course and they hit it everywhere. I'm going to talk about my process, which is I call the robot. You've heard me talk about this before, but I'm going to give you some more information about it and why it's so critically important to get you from that practice tee where you may be hitting a good out here on the course. Now, here's the thing about it. I like systems. I like processes, which is the same thing as a system. What is a system? Well, here's my question for you before I get into this. If you don't have a consistent execution routine of how you hit a shot, if that routine is not consistent, how can you expect to be consistent out here on the course? And what happens to you on the range, believe it or not, is you get into a rhythm. So you're hitting balls and you know what, you start hitting it pretty good and you get that feeling and the ball position looks pretty good and all of a sudden now you have this rhythm and you start hitting pretty good shots and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got this great rhythm, hitting good shots. And you're like, okay, and you get into this kind of groove. You're like, wow, I'm hitting it good today. Then you go to the course and you know what? You don't get to sit there and get into a rhythm. You get to hit one shot at a time. You have these big delays, the 3 to 5 minute delays between every shot and you get out of rhythm and it doesn't feel good and all of a sudden you're hitting it bad and you're like, why can I not take it from that range to this course? Well, two things. One is you don't practice the way you approach a course on the range, which you should. And number two is when you come here, you don't have a system. So let me give you my system, which is what I call a robot. Why do I call it a robot? Because it's really a mechanical way of going through a process and execution where there's not a lot of thought involved. It's just how I hit a golf shot. Now, recently I played a little tournament out here with my brother. We play in a lot of team tournaments together. I really enjoyed playing with my brother. And I drive the ball really well. In that last tournament, it's probably the best I've ever driven a golf ball in 18 holes. I didn't miss a fairway. And the reason is because I have a great process of driving the golf ball. It's a system that allows me to feel great before I hit a ball. Let me walk you through it again and kind of show you everything. I'm going to start from the very beginning of this so you understand it. And I'm going to start before I even tee the ball up. Now, first thing is a course management thing, right? It's a strategy. For example, this hole I want to be, let's say, on the left center of the fairway. Well, if I come over here to the left side of the tee, you can see that, and by the way, they have the tees even on the left side here today, you can see that it brings a lot of the right side. There's some pot bunkers down there and stuff on the right side. My angle here is very much to the right side of this hole from this side of the tee. If I try to aim it more to the left, it brings those trees and the houses into basically my patterning from this side. So the first thing is strategizing your angle. So I'll come over here and go to the right side of the tee. Now, believe it or not, even though I'm on the right side of the tee box here, it's still the center of the tee, which is still kind of a weird angle for me. It's just a center angle. So now what I do is I line up the golf ball. I use the Callaway triple track and I'll line up the golf ball to where I want to hit the ball. And don't be thinking, oh my God, he takes forever to hit a golf shot. I do this literally. I walk out of my cart, I pick my angle, I go to the tee, line my ball up, and I'm done, right? Very fast. Pick your shot and then go line your golf ball up to it. So now, this is where the robot comes into play. So now I got my angle and my strategy. Got the triple track lined up to my target. I come back here, and you've heard me talk about red zone and green zone. Red zone is this area back here. Well, I come back, I take a look at my line. Okay, this is where I check. That's my shot. I pick my line. There's my line. I'm a line guy. I like to pick a line because my line is at that left bunker there, that little pot bunker on the left side. There's my target right on that line, okay? And then I go from back here, got that shot. I walk in here, I take a couple steps, and I put the club down behind the ball directly to that line. I take a look, I set my ball position, stance width, and then here's where the robot you can really see it. Once I get my ball position and my stance width, I take one little move, one rehearsal, another rehearsal, and then I hit. Now, and that ball went exactly at that line. Now here's the thing. Why do I take rehearsals, right? Because it allows me to release thoughts. It allows me to go, okay, boom. Here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to step up here and have swing thoughts. Okay, now let me think here. Okay, all right, how's my backswing feel? Okay, how's my grip? All right, now, okay. See, what's happening there is you're not paying any attention to what your result is your target line. What I want you to do is you go from here. All right, you got the shot. You walk in here and you just go, got it, fire. That's all you got to do. And you know what? Not one thought about the stuff on the right, not one thought about the stuff on the rest. You've taken care of the target line. You've taken care of your line. I got my line right here. It's all set up. The ball's lined up to it. I'm in a perfect position. Feel good? Feel good? Bang, fire the golf ball. And you're going to see that there's a process to that. And I use it every single time I hit a shot because it eliminates any doubt, which is the worst thing that can happen. Now here's what might happen to you. Let's say you go in here and you have the ball teed up and you step in here, and what happens here sometimes in Oklahoma is a big gust of wind will hit you, right? A big gust of wind hits me. All right, come back here for a second. Take a look. Maybe you want to change your angle, change your line, okay? Maybe the wind calms down, whatever it is, all right? Reset yourself, then get back in here, set up, take a look at your line, 1 rehearsal, 2 rehearsal, and then hit your shot down the fairway. Now, here's the final thing. You need to practice this on the range. You need to practice your robot so you can use them on the course. Thanks for joining me on the channel today. Give me a thumbs up, hit that bell icon, and don't forget, subscribe.